I ran a sub 120 for the first time in my life, breaking my PB of 1 hour 21:51 by about 4 minutes. I'm gonna share how my race went and 3 crucial workouts that you definitely need for a half marathon. The 2x2 half marathon is just a training race for me as I'm preparing for a half Ironman in July. I figured since I was given a slot to race, thanks to 2x2, I'll just use it as a good tempo workout. So I woke up at 1:59 AM, cycled to the race venue as my warm-up. Ezon sent me the R7 watch for a sponsored segment. No better way to test out the watch than a race. I started right in front of Pen A, which means the streets were totally ours. The gun went off at 4 AM and Arif, who recently ran a 15:47 5K, headed in front immediately and was goodbye Arif. My own plan was to do a cruisy 4-minute pace and speed up later if I feel good. I wasn't expecting anything faster than 3:45 pace. Raymond in the black singlet has a 10k PB a little faster than mine at 35:20 something, so I thought I could stick to him. But he was really going for it. His plan was to sub 1 hour and 18 minutes. Our first kilometer was in 3:32 pace, and I was so scared because that is faster than my 10k personal best. So I knew I was gonna blow up, and the question was when. Even in the early stages of the race, there were 3 superhumans who were running 3:20 pace right in front. Then the next pack was us with a group of 5, including Raymond, Daniel, and 2 other guys. I'm sorry, I don't know who. And we were running 3:35 to 3:40 pace. Our fastest was 3:28 for the second KM. By the way, these clips were shot on the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and it has pretty good quality even in low light. I didn't want to bring my usual action camera because I don't want to be holding the camera while running. However, these glasses only record in vertical format, so I'm thinking of selling it and buying the Insta360 Go 3 because I don't want to run with my head sideways to get horizontal video. At Singapore Sports Hub, our group of 5 split apart. The tall guy in blue and Daniel dropped a bit, and the other guy in blue went ahead like it was too easy. For me, I just stuck to Raymond's ass as he tried to chase the guy in blue, but we never did catch him, so it was just Raymond and I in no man's land for a long time. Right now, Raymond and I were 5th and 6th in the race. I also brought my waist pouch to hopefully bring back some gels from the aid stations, but unfortunately I came back empty-handed. They only had electrolytes and water at the aid stations. Our first 10k was surprisingly 36 minutes 37 seconds. It's actually my 3rd fastest 10k and only like 50 seconds slower than my 10k PB. So I was like, nope, I'm not gonna survive another 11k at this pace. And I thought I might actually walk later. So I just tried my best to hold on to Raymond as much as I could. I ran here at Marina Bay so many times, and just thinking about the remaining distance and the extra loop at the end just weakened my mind a little bit. I was redlining since the start, I'm breathing pretty hard, so inevitably at 15 km I slowed down as Raymond kept a consistent pace. I don't know if I could have done better if I dug even more and just tried to stick to Raymond for just a little while more. Although this was a training race, I didn't specifically prepare for it. As I mentioned, it was my tempo run for the week. Let me share 3 crucial workouts that you definitely need for a half marathon. For half marathon training, I like to build up to an over distance long zone 2 run. Of course, preferably around high zone 2 to have both benefits of increasing our zone 2 pace as well as the aerobic mitochondrial gains. How to find your high zone 2? Normally is around 75% of your max heart rate. Use that number as a cap, and majority of the runs will be like 10 to 20 beats per minute slower than that. You can slow the pace as your heart rate starts to creep, but if your heart rate creeps even higher, even if you slow the pace down, it suggests that the end is near. You can take a break and continue, or finish a run within the next km. And for the next long run, you just try to increase the distance until at least 21 km. But why do we want to go over distance for our long zone 2 run? Not only because it will help you get used to running for that distance, but mainly because your zone 3 tempo runs are also 21 km. Because zone 3 is easier than zone 4, and zone 4 is already your 1 hour max. So it makes sense if we're running easier, we gotta at least run more than 1 hour to move the needle. So maybe at the start you can only last 1 hour at zone 3. Slowly build that up to run at least 1.5 hours, even if you take breaks. So you could do 3 times 30 minutes or 2 times 45 minutes of zone 3. As I'm planning my own half Ironman training plan, I'm also trying to increase my tempo distance to more than 21k and topping up with a zone 2 run to 30k. Even though I ran 21k in zone 2 for training, it still didn't prepare me well enough for this race. Today is the day after the race and my legs are so sore I cannot walk properly. So that's why what I'll do is at least 21k in zone 3 even if I take breaks. And if I want to do a full marathon or even a full Ironman next time, this zone 3 run has to be longer than 21 km. Let me leave you with one last workout for the half marathon, and that's a 40-minute threshold run. If you watch my triple threshold video, I did 10k threshold for 3 days straight and that was around 37 minutes. So it's very close to the 40 minutes that we want. So just like the zone 3 workouts, you can break the 40 minutes up to intervals. So you can start with 4 times 10 minutes to 2 times 20 minutes, as long as the total time is 40 minutes. And if it's around 40 to 45 minutes, that should be the correct intensity. I find that if I'm doing 30 minutes only, it's way too fast and above my threshold. So aiming to do 40 minutes helps me control my pace a bit and not be too overzealous. If you saw my attempt doing Christian Blumenfeld's day, he did 12 km of threshold doing 2k repeats, 1k repeats and 500 meter repeats. So for him, that will be a total time of around 40 to 45 minutes as well. In order to prevent the video from being too long, I'll just leave you with those 3 workouts, zone 2, zone 3 and zone 4, because I feel they are the most important for a half marathon. If you're thinking of doing a half marathon as well, maybe Standard Chartered Marathon at the end of the year, just in case you're looking for a training plan, I have them in my shop link below. So now let's get back to the race. Around 18 km, I got overtaken and about 19 km, my hamstring started to cramp. So right now I was in 7th place. Right at the end, I was overtaken again because I was fading quite badly, but I was still running sub 4 minute pace. I finished in 8th position with an unofficial time of 1 hour, 17 minutes, 57 seconds.
Yeah.
So sub 120 for the 21k, my first time. Only 46 seconds behind Raymond.
What the hell, so fast?
But you start class 20.7.
Like
118 lah, 118.
you have to run together.
Yeah, mostly.
I want to be on camera.
I heard even after they tried to extend the route, most people still reported a few hundred meters short. But anyway, the Ezon R7 watch recorded 21.24 kilometers for me, and with its optical heart rate sensor, it recorded an average heart rate of 183 beats per minute. Quite expected since I was in the gutter from the start. The Ezon R7 is a cheaper alternative to the other big brand watches, so I was pleasantly surprised it has track mode and it works pretty well. 3 days before this half marathon, I did a 15 km zone to run on the track, averaging around 4:33 pace. I set the watch to lane 1, 400 meters, and it gives me my splits every km quite accurately. My old Garmin 935 didn't have track mode and I used the standard GPS when I'm running on the track. If you have used the standard GPS mode on the track before, your kilometer splits at the start are pretty accurate, but the more you run, the greater the difference grows. For a 10k on the track, I usually get an extra 300 meters from the GPS. During rest breaks for interval workouts, I've been recording my rest time as part of the entire activity. I don't pause my watch because I want to know my rest time. So I really like that when I pause the activity on this watch, it gives me my rest time, which is a good feature over the big brands. I also like that it has the time of day on every single data screen, because for the other brands you gotta use one data field if you want a time of day. This Ezon R7 watch also has running power, and since I don't run with power yet, I have no idea if this is accurate or not. You can also pair this watch with a heart rate strap if you want more accurate readings. However, this watch is for those who aren't using Strava because it doesn't sync with Strava, at least not yet. So at 3:41 pace for half marathon, I definitely need to rethink my zones now. I definitely wouldn't have pushed so hard if it weren't for Raymond, because my 10k PB is only 3:36 pace. I'm so glad to see some progress with my training so far. So catch you guys in the next video as I train for my half Ironman in July.
Come to the Singapore Flyer. Oh wait, Singapore Flyer is my bad.
I did it. I made it before sunrise.
Yeah, bro.
Woo.
Wait, you don't make it before sunrise, don't I say?